worst line award. Like we all said, sorry guys who are watching us, but we each fell asleep more than once during the movie.
3.
I woke up because I was watching it on Pluto, so there were commercial breaks. So it took even longer, unfortunately. But the commercial break woke me up twice. It was really hard to get through.
Hey movie fans, this is Seen It All, where every week we pick a film, break it down, and have some laughs while we're at it.
Hello! Welcome to Seen It All. Thank you guys for coming today. We are going to talk about The Humans, the movie. It's based on a first-time director. It's actually based on a play that became a movie. Just like Isnell, the whole concept of the movie is a family is getting together, and they're getting together at New York in a small apartment that his daughter, one of the younger daughters, got. And from there, it goes into deep diving into their darkest secrets. And we get to find out realistically what a Thanksgiving dinner is, with a lot of problems and issues that happen with a family. Highly recommend watching a happy movie after this, just FYI. But yeah, it's a very there's a lot of stars in this movie, which is crazy. Yeah. You have Amy Schumer. I haven't seen her in a while, so it's really nice to see her in a movie like this. You have Steven Yeun. He's really good. He's a supporting character in a lot of big movies that I enjoy. Richard Jenkins also in a lot of movies that I really enjoy. And then Beanie Feldstein. I love her. I love her movie Booksmart, aka the what's it called? What's that Jonah Hill movie? Jonah Hill movie. He's at in high school. Super Bad, right?
Super Bad.
Yeah, it's the girl version of that movie, that Booksmart. I really liked that movie. So I was really excited to watch this movie because of the casting on this. And then just before we start, there are a few things I do want to talk about it that we won't talk about it with the questions. But one is a lot of people had mixed reviews on it. So the Rotten Tomato,
Oh, really?
Rotten Tomato, they gave it 92%. That's your critics, and the fans, us the people, 45%.
I was gonna say.
So there's two takes to this movie that us, the people, basically said. One is a movie that nothing happens, and then two is a deep dive into background and hardship with family that happens in Thanksgiving. So you get to see the characters develop, and you get to see them. I don't necessarily see them grow, but you see their struggles to grow and to become better people. And then also side thing here, a lot of people thought that the apartment was a character because if you notice, a lot of creepy things happened, a lot of stuff happens, so you didn't know if it was a horror or if it was thriller or anything. So a lot of people assumed it's the apartment is a character. Other people say that my favorite, you know what it is? A metaphor.
Metaphor.
Yeah.
I knew. I was like, I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna hear
Sounds
it.
like another metaphor movie. But the director said he did it that way so you can interpret your own version or what you feel is you want to make it. So I won't hold you about it till the director said that. So I was like, okay, it's not a metaphor movie. Good. Upset. But remember, you chose this movie. So you started off.
Being the worst pick ever, I think as long as we make a podcast, and probably outside of it too. I myself think this is the worst pick ever, but I mean, now knowing that it was a play and it was a script before, totally get it. Like if I were in a theater watching this, I think it would be way more impactful than it was on my couch in the living room.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest.
Mm-hmm. Because the ending felt like a play because it had like the duel.
Exactly.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. And honestly, probably unrealistic in the size of the apartment for New York.
2-story, right? It was 2-story.
This thing's like a freaking mansion. I've
Yeah.
been in apartments in New York in the not so nice areas like Bed-Stuy, and they actually no, I shouldn't say that. That one was actually big. But anyway, I've been in some that were really small. But all right. So I guess let's dive into this movie since we all loved it so very much.
Mm.
Yeah. So I mean, again, now knowing that it was a play, I get the whole artsy part of it.
Right.
Like you have to kind of stay true to its roots, but they didn't do a good job of adjusting it for film. They did not.
Nope.
So that being said, would you recast anyone in it?
So, a lot of people online, they wanted Amy, Schumer replaced, but I
Huh?
feel like they only said that because a lot of people hate her for the reasons of her, but not because of her character, how it portrayed her. But the only person I wouldn't change anybody in there, actually. I think the casting was really great. I think everybody did a great job, and I really enjoyed the way they all fit together. So I think that they all got to shine. So I think the casting was really good, and I think that they all, I wouldn't replace any.
I think I would Amy Schumer just because she was the most messed up person, like dealing with a lot of stuff like going on and not being able to get over it and having like an autoimmune disease or some kind of disease. I forget what it was. Ulcerative colitis, I think, right? So I wish it would have been someone that kind of expressed, not too expressive, but kind of like, well, this is someone who just can't get out of their own way and is like the gray cloud kind of person, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like she didn't emote enough for me. Either it's that or I can't get past her past roles where
Right.
she's just the goofy person, like, like in that not Isn't It Romantic? Because that's what's her name. But the
Right?
one where she like thinks she's hot because she got hit in the head.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Like,
about.
yeah, I forgot what it was, but
Yeah.
that's what I think of when I think of Amy Schumer. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm half and half. I mean, she's a great actress. She did a good job, but I agree with you. She's typecast as, comedian type stuff. But on the other hand, she's a good actress. But I guess I do agree more with Amber about it could have been a different person to have that issue, whatever. But she did a good job, but it could have been somebody else for that role. So yeah, I would replace her.
Yeah, I think of someone kind of like that older. I think she's from Parks and Rec, the older lady who's always just kind of like, oh, she voices sadness in Inside Out.
Inside Out. Oh,
The
that's
one
good.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, worst line award. Like we all said, sorry guys who are watching us, but we each fell asleep more than once during the movie.
Three.
I Yeah, I woke up because I was watching it on Pluto, so there were commercial breaks, so it took even longer, unfortunately. But the commercial break woke me up twice. Yeah, it was really hard to get through. But worst line, I think for me, because I didn't know where it was going yet, was with the mom who's like, oh no, when after the dad had talked about his repeated nightmare and how he's going through this like anxiety episode, she goes, oh, well, the faceless woman appears again.
Oh,
What's wrong
yeah.
with
Yeah.
that? What's wrong with that? That
Yeah.
was like funny. That broke the tension.
No, but at that point you don't know if what the lady's role is in it,
Oh,
like you see that everyone kind of talks down to her and
yeah.
like treats her like crap, which as a mom I was like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, frick, I hope I don't treat my mom like that. And if I do, I need to shape up. Because we didn't really know that she was the one that was kind of, the kicking stone for everyone.
Yeah.
So at that point, because I didn't know that yet, it was kind of like, oh, that sucks. Like your husband's going through this like really traumatic episode. We find out later he's a freaking dirtbag. But
Yeah.
at that point, he's going through this traumatic thing and you're bringing it up at the dinner table and like rubbing it in his face.
Yeah.
So at that point, I thought it was a worse line. Once I found out that he cheated and he's a complete and total dirtbag, then I was like, good for her. So both my worst and best line. Because it's like, oh, is it the lady that you cheated on with that you wish you never had? Like, she has a face. You're ignoring it. You're putting it to the side and trying to pretend it didn't happen. How about you guys?
Well, going back to Amy, I would say the best line was her as an actress, where she was crying and her partner left her and all this stuff, and she wanted to get hugged, and then she said, "Leave me alone." But then she came back. You know, what happened? I need a hug. I thought that was pretty good. That was
It's like, no, you're supposed to
yeah.
keep talking,
Keep
saying nice
talking
things.
and
Yeah.
yeah, say nice things. And again, that's why she's a good actress. But the worst line, not worst, but it was like I just didn't make any sense. Was with their grandmother or the mother who got up, started walking by herself in that, in the
Alzheimer's.
garden. Yeah, Didi, mom gone, where is your mom? Blah blah blah. Like, really? Come on. Like, for me at the time, it made no sense. So that's why, like, what the heck is up with this line? What's going? So yeah, again, it didn't make any sense to me at all when she started Alzheimer walking around. Pointless.
How
Sorry.
about you, Richard?
For me, actually, the only one line I didn't like is because when they were having dinner, what's his name? Richard Jenkins, or was it Eric? His name in the movie?
Yeah, Eric.
He went hard on that Steven Yeun character about being mixed race and not believing in Jesus, and he's like, well,
Oh,
maybe
I
that's
think I
why
fell
you like
asleep
that.
during that part.
Yeah,
Just God.
so he was talking about how since they don't have religion, they should he if they had Jesus in their lives, uh, he wouldn't been depressed, and he wouldn't for that year that before he fixed everything, and then later on he found out that he's a dirtbag and he cheated. So to me, it was like, how are you gonna lecture somebody about
Right. Yeah.
going to a religion, an American religion, Christianity? Sorry, and then be their bad. Like, you can't do that. So that's one line I didn't like, because you can't,
Yeah.
before we found out the truth. And then two, for me, the best line, and I know you guys don't like her, but Amy Schumer, when she was sitting down and the mom goes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and she's like,
But yeah. It smells real bad in there. I'm sorry. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, she's got a really bad cold and like it
Yeah.
yeah,
probably
she's like,
smells like sewage.
yeah, and then the mom's like, oh, you should have brought the candle. That's funny. I like that. It was really good. But before we move on, for those people, spoiler alert. Here we go. I just want everybody to know what each character is going through.
Please.
So Eric, right? Yes, Eric is more the father. He's going through. He got caught from his job, a long time job, at a Catholic school. He got fired, and then he has to sell the lake house that he saved for everybody to visit him. He had to sell it
Yeah.
because he went
And he got
broke.
fired for having an affair with one of the teachers.
Correct,
Yeah.
one of the teachers. And then he's also being haunted by memories of 9/11, even though he wasn't like physically there, like still there. And he always dreams about, like you said, the faceless lady, which we find out that that's his daughter. He always thinks about.
Mhm.
The mother, her trouble is the financial troubles that they're going through, the marriage, and then also like none of her kids want to devote to her religion, which is is it Catholic? I think she
She's
wants
Catholic,
to,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, Catholic, and they'll mock her for her religious belief. And then you saw Amy, which is Amy Schumer. She's going through breaking up, losing her job, and then getting that
Disease.
surgery, yeah, for that disease. And then the younger daughter, she's just struggling to launch her career as a musician. And you can see throughout the movie that her parents don't take her very serious. And then, of course, the boyfriend, he just graduated. His secret is basically, you know, the
He's a trust
depression.
fund baby.
Yeah, it's trust fund baby. Those are the big three, and that's what they all discuss. There's a lot to take in, and then the house, the apartment has that eerie, haunting feeling. So a lot of people, like I said, have that. They think that the main character, also one of the characters, is that apartment. So,
And now that
Yeah,
I
that's
think
about it.
about it, like, I guess, the whole like skeletons in your closet thing, the closet did keep opening. So maybe that was alluding to other secrets going to come out.
yeah, because like every time something happened in the apartment, a secret came out. So that's why I was like, that's what I was getting. But yeah,
But at least this movie did a good job of like leading you through that. Like,
yeah.
hey, think about this. And then for note, all three of us, an hour and 30 minutes of a movie for 15 minutes of action. So sorry, guys. It will be a long, long journey. But again, this was a playwright. I'm sure in the play it was a lot better and more impactful, and you could feel the pauses that were probably meaningful. And
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
oh my gosh. And by the way, did you notice that the mother brought a St. Mary statue and St. Mary is the patron saint of mothers? Yeah.
No, I don't remember that part. uh,
Maybe I fell asleep that time.
no, like I don't remember that part.
Well, she came up a lot during the movie.
Uh,
All right. So how about the wait what moment? Like where it kind of was like, wait a minute. What just happened or what's going on? The change. Go for it, Richard.
So for
The
me,
whole
it
movie?
was when
yeah,
no, for me it was
pretty
when the
much.
two daughters were talking to each other, and Amy Schumer talked about her thing that she's going through, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to carry what's it called, a
Colostomy
bag."
bag.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, nobody's gonna want to date me," and then the other sister was like, "Oh, I date you forever if I was somebody, blah blah blah." And then
Yeah.
they just have this long stare, quietness. I'm like, "Is there gonna be like, what?" Like, it was like, I almost felt like they were gonna about to kiss. I was just like, "Maybe it's just me," but it was a long
Because
pause. It was a
you're
long
not a
pause.
girl and you don't have sisters.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So I was like, "Man," and then that's when, like, the dad's, calling them, and that's when it stopped, but they were just quiet in the room, sitting, watching each other, like, alright."
Yeah.
To me, that was just like, "What?"
That must be hard to like get out of a at least 15-year relationship, like, and your whole
Hey, they
life is
weren't
going to
happy.
crap. I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
kind of like my brother said earlier about the wait what, and then with the father, being contradicting, giving a lecture, and then he's not better himself. So for me, my wait what moment was when he admitted that he cheated, that he's got all this debt, this and that. So it's kind of in sync with, hey, wait, what? After all that lecture you give to everybody,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
any better yourself. So that was
Yeah.
my both wait what moment, and yeah.
Yeah. An hour and 45 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Yeah,
yes.
I think that for me too, because he had mentioned the lake house and oh, we're gonna develop it and oh, we're gonna do this and it's
I mean, he
like
was harsh.
I
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
he was harsh.
and not only that, but that they waited until he was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the mom was like, you know what, forget this, like I ain't putting up with anyone's crap anymore. You guys
Right.
are all butt heads and you're not being very nice. You go do it. You go tell them. I'm leaving. Go sit in your, in what you sewed and figure
Yeah.
it out. That was pretty
Yeah.
pretty cool of her to be like, you know what? You're the one who screwed up. I'm gonna stand up for myself and
Yeah.
let's see how you do it. Yeah. And the wait what moment too, for me before all of that happened was she's talking about, oh, I'm on Weight Watchers or oh this, oh that. And then when the dad is a total piece of crud and tells her, get the one with all the frosting. That's the one you really want. And she's
Yeah.
like about to break down. I'm like, oh,
Right.
poor lady.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm sure we all agree that that funny smelling bathroom was a funny quote. So
Yeah. That was
we're
pretty
good
good.
there. I thought it was kind of cool though that pig tradition. I'm like, oh, that's nice. It was a big
Yeah, I
pig.
never heard of that.
Yeah, that kind of force you to to do it and all talk and be together. Plot hole patrol. For me, it was. Oh wait, never mind. I just figured it out. The moving car was stuck somewhere, or the moving van. So I was like, where's all their stuff if they're moving?
Oh,
And
yeah.
in the beginning, they said, oh, it's stuck somewhere in Queens or something.
Right.
So never
Hmm.
mind. Well, I guess the other one is how the heck did they get such a big 2-story apartment? And how many other rooms are there? How many other rooms are there that they're not even showing?
Yeah. Right.
And the biggest apartment and the tiniest freaking bathroom.
One.
Yeah. How about you, Joe?
Plot hole, I guess for me it was uh just the whole subject about depression and pills and therapy, and I just wasn't expecting that at all throughout, when everybody slowly started talking about it, just all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, yeah, you need therapy, I need help and I'm depressed and this and that. I was just okay, wow. And in a way kind of also um made a point also that, not there's everybody always has something inside that you never know. You can't, it's just you can't judge a book by its cover, whatever you'll say. But yeah, so everybody's going through something, and just that was my plot hole. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, that was good that they showed that too.
Yeah.
People do have to
A
go
good
through.
slap in the face,
Yeah, basically,
like in a
yeah,
good way. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yep,
How about you, Richard?
For me, it was I guess I didn't understand it. It was just the dad just looking at stuff for like an hour and a half. The whole movie, he just sat there and looked. He looked at the piping. Like, why am I looking at piping? He looked at the drywall. Why am I looking at drywall? He looked at these ashes or snow. He's like, he just stares then off, like, and we get to see what he's staring off to, but we don't know what he's thinking. But we know he's
yeah,
thinking something, and maybe that's
Yeah.
what it is. He's thinking about, should I tell them, or maybe after all those drinks, he's like, okay, finally, I'll tell you. But it's just frustrating because those were long scenes, like long scenes.
yeah,
Long.
Yeah.
Like, why did you have to follow the piping in the ceiling?
Yeah, like, why?
Okay.
And then, like,
Yeah.
every time because it goes so long, you always had a character go up to him. I was like, "Everything okay?" Like, so there's something wrong, and I know it's part of it, but to me, it was just too long. There's probably, like, perfect, time you could do it and then cut to that, but I was just dragged on,
Yeah.
dragged on. Maybe for the play to be longer, but I was just like, "Come on, I'm giving crap about this pipe. Why are we looking at it?" But yeah,
Yeah.
so that to me, like, made no sense, like, it was too long.
Yeah.
and
Agree.
literally, yeah, I kept looking on my time. How much more of this movie is there? And I'm literally it went to the last minute. I'm like, holy cow, wow,
It's gone.
it's
It's
gone. I'm
done.
like, what the
And then you're
heck?
like,
What are the credits? I'm like, oh my god, there's more to this movie. I'm like, wow.
yeah.
It's like there's a minute 30 left. Wow. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Terrible. So for you guys, who was the scene stealer?
I wouldn't say an actor. I would say the not scenario, but well, for me, it kept me going about the whole footsteps, stairs. That for me was a scene stealer because I kept thinking about that stupid thing the whole time. I'm like, what's going on? Is he gonna tell us? And then I started thinking about, oh, are they thinking about these things? Is it the house that's, the person, so that's why for me it was upstairs, the lady, and they just start stomping, so that was for me the scene stealer because they got me going the whole movie. That's the only reason why I was like, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
For
you,
me, the
Richard?
scene stealer was the apartment. That's what kept
Yeah.
me going because I spoiler alert, I was hoping that the apartment was gonna there's gonna be a end to something, like, something's gonna happen, and nothing happened. It was just it
Right.
could be haunted, it could not be haunted, it could be a metaphor, so it kept me going because I was just like, "What's happening?" Like, at first, I just thought they were, like, little incidents, and then it got bigger and bigger. It's like, "Why did the lights keep going off all the time?
Yeah.
Why is this happening all the time?" So that's why I kept getting me going through was the apartment. Even the ending was just everybody left and
Yeah.
they left the door open and then the door closes. So does that mean everything got resolved? Everybody's deep dark secret came out and the door closed. I don't know. I don't know my take or whoever's other take, but it's up to us to decide. But yeah,
Yeah.
this apartment.
For me, it was the or not the fiance, the boyfriend. What's his name?
Freddie? No, Fred? No.
I forget the character's name. We'll go with the actor, the Asian guy.
Yeah, the Asian
His
guy.
name is
Yeah.
Richard in
Richard,
the
that's it.
movie.
You should have
Rich. They
remembered
call
that,
him.
Joe.
I was like, Freddie. I couldn't remember. It was like, fell
Yeah,
asleep.
I
But
feel like you were meant to kind of forget that he's part of it, but when he comes in, like he made an impact for his
yeah.
lines. So I feel like, he was just there being kind of forced into this, and
Oh,
then
definitely.
let's be real. And then he's probably like, frick, my family doesn't do this for Thanksgiving. Like, this is awkward.
All right.
And they're trying to get me to marry this girl. Like, we just moved in. Chill
Yeah.
out. And then he had to keep saying, like, I am very dedicated to your daughter. And then you
Mhm.
you show that he was, they showed that he was the normal one there
Yeah.
and that he
Right.
was just really, really supportive of his girlfriend. Like when they went upstairs, he's like, are you okay? What happened when they're on the roof? Not getting
Yeah.
involved, just there. All right. And what deleted scenes do you do you wish? I wish a lot were deleted, to be honest. But for me, I wish they would have had more of the end, like a little more resolution, not complete, because obviously this is a messed up family. But even like 5 more minutes of conflict to make up for the hour and 45 minutes of nothing.
Yeah.
It was like worse
Yeah.
than the first episode of a new show where you're just like all these made up words, all these characters that you have to try to follow.
Yep.
How
I
about
agree.
you guys?
Yeah, towards the end, I agree also a little bit more because it was so dark. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? What's going on? This and that. I'm like,
Yeah,
at
that
least
sucked.
this, at least a scene of them getting into the cab, something. But it was so dark. Like, what am I watching? What's the point of this? Towards the end, that would have been for me. I guess you can kind of call it alternate ending, also something more than that. But once you guys brought up the fact that it just makes you think about what you want, so I can see how they added a scene to keep you in suspense. But still, that would have been nice to see something more.
But still, boo.
Yeah, no.
For
Even
me, it was just the editing. I think we needed to cut it short. I know it wouldn't been as impactful as it is. Like you remember what all the characters went through. You remember what's happening, but I think that could have been done with a lot less time. I think it was an hour and 45 minutes.
That's a
So
long
it was a
dinner.
long movie. You know, it was a first time director too, so he's trying to make you that creepy, uncomfortable feeling, which I think he did a really good job.
he
But
did.
again, to me, it was just long uh, scenes, and maybe he did that for a reason. Yeah, but to me, it wasn't my cup of tea. Critics love it though, so it's probably good for them. But yeah, just cutting it lower, making it maybe an hour and a half. That's 15 minutes. I know it's a lot, but still.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
15 would be perfect.
that would have been good for that. Yeah. Cut a half hour of that thing. Like,
So I guess, this doesn't really follow into it, but would you survive? I don't think I'd survive that damn dinner. I'd probably be like, you know what? My kid's crying. I gotta go. Like, I got this thing I gotta do across town, or oh, I left my fridge open and like try to book it.
yeah,
Well, for me, I stay there. I'd be like, "There's a lot of tea. Woo! Let's hear it." I was like,
But
"Let
if
me
it
get
were
this on
like,
another plate."
if it were your family though, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now,
right?
if it was my family, I'm like, "Oh my god," I'd be mad.
yeah.
I'd be
I'm
leaving
on it.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't. But if I was the boyfriend, I'd be like, "Ooh, give me more plates. I want to hear."
Popcorn.
Just like,
How about
yeah,
you, Joe?
I would not survive. Like the boyfriend, he tried to keep it together, but yeah, I mean, like, how is this guy still here? How is he, like being so calm and patient? Wow, forget that. But then once you realize, oh yeah, he's got money coming in later, but that's later on. But I would not survive.
Yeah.
That's just too much. I would be like, nope, I'll be somewhere else. You guys do your thing. Thank you for
Yeah, I
dinner.
would have taken probably 3 naps in real life had that been.
Yes, yes. An hour and a half of dinner. I'm good. Thanks.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the
Because
game. I told
I'll
them
be back.
I'm gonna watch my games. Actually, they were talking about the football, weren't they? I
Yeah,
think they
they
were.
were.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't remember if they were watching it or they were just looking on their
right.
phone.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna watch the game. And then the people know me in real life. Oh yeah, he's gone. He's watching football. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. I will survive. I will not survive. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about vibe check? For me, vibe check, I'm like, you were meant to feel uncomfortable. You were meant to feel like, what am I doing even watching this? Like, I don't want to be here. Like, you squirming in your seat, you know? So I think he did a really good job in that while I was awake, you know? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
I'm the same way. I missed like the first 30 minutes and I woke up. I'm like, still the same vibe check. Okay, we suspense. I didn't miss anything. We're
Yeah.
still having dinner. We're still having dinner. We're still talking about drama. Okay. So good vibes.
I agree with Amber and you guys. It has a good vibe check. You know, it does everything like Amber said, and that it makes you uncomfortable. You get to realize how these people are messed up and how they need love in their life or some other things. But yeah, so it does hit the vibe. Like what it wants, it showed you, even if you
Chef's
didn't
kiss
want
and
to
that
show it. Yeah, yes, baby.
made me feel icky, made me feel like, stop. Let's stop this, please. Stop.
Yeah.
So would you say cue it or
Screw it.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not putting anyone else to do that torture. I'm not going to waterboard them. I can't. Like
Burgers.
I offered myself as tribute. You don't need to do it. I'll give you the cliff notes. You can watch the last 30 minutes and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Basically, yes. Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
I'll
I
tell
agree
you
with
what to expect. You watch the 30 minutes and you'll say, wow. But you know what? That last shot I thought was really beautiful.
Yeah, it was. I like the last shot.
Was it enough to redeem for the whole movie? No.
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 No, only
What about
because
you,
it's
bro?
yeah, same. I mean, we talked about earlier. If it was an hour or 15 minutes, I would maybe recommend it, but not freaking almost 2 hours of that. No. Personally for me, no, that's just too much. As you said, skip to the last 30 minutes, you're good to go. So no, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, so whoever watches this, if you do want to watch the last 30 minutes, now that we've given you, you know, the lead up, maybe watch the first few minutes and then the last 30 and it's good.
Well, this is a perfect opportunity. Anybody who saw the movie and disagreed with us, please write in the comments why
Please,
we're
please,
wrong and what you liked about the movie, or what we missed in that
please.
movie that we didn't see, or we were too bitter to see, or whatever. Let us know, guys. So please leave comments below. All right, go on.
We're good. That's I think that about sums it up.
Thank you for starting us out with a depressing Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, I
Breaking,
know.
dude. We can only go up from here.
That's true.
We can
That
only
is
go up from here.
Ugh, wow.
I don't think you guys should let me pick movies anymore based on ratings. Please fact check me because apparently I only look at the critics ratings. I don't look at audience. So
Yeah,
please
you
fact check
should.
me next time or nip it in the bud. Just be like, Amber, what the hell?
No.
What the hell?
Nope. I never heard of
I have
it.
a
So you
couple
know what?
things to I have a couple things to say, but before I say it, brother, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I mean, even though we're making fun of it, honestly, I never heard of the movie and I don't regret not, watching it. But in a way, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah, I wouldn't
probably won't watch
recommend
it
it,
again.
but yeah, I wouldn't watch it again. But I guess just trying to be nice, give other movies a chance to see what people are into. So if you're into that, if you got $4 to spare, go for it.
Watch it on TV. So for me too, the movie was interesting. Usually those thrillers and like psychological thrillers and stuff like that, I really enjoy. This is one of those movies where it's trying to it's kind of like an Oscar bait where it's trying to win all the awards. So if you like those type of movies, this is gonna be great for you.
Right.
I am not
Right.
particular of those type of movies, so I don't like that. So yeah, watch it at your own risk. But let us know. Let us know what you guys thought about it. Because man, it was rough. It was rough. And then we have a special surprise for you, the viewers. We are going to we're going to go off of our Thanksgiving movie and we're going to do a special podcast. It's coming soon. It's going to be regarding a movie we saw recently. We all did. And we are going to have some guest stars. So right now we're just in the middle of confirming which stars guests are gonna be here and who's gonna talk about their new movie. So some exciting stuff happening with us. So keep an eye out to see what we're talking about. And then, yeah, we're going to start our poll here soon for our last week for Thanksgiving movie. And you guys get to decide which one it's going to be. Brother, you don't have to tell me now, but you are next to choose a movie. I hope it's something that's happy because that's what I think about Thanksgiving. I'm over here with our emo stage or something. But thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Peace.